I'm going to be installing the HardieBacker right here. HardieBacker is a brand. It's called cement board. The stuff I'm putting up is 0.42 inches thick. There's usually a thinner and a thicker version. I want the thicker version because I'm going to want it to come more or less flush to the sheetrock when I finish here. Probably going to end up wrapping this whole bathroom in tile, so I use some shims to kind of level that out. Otherwise your tile will give you that additional height to match your 5/8 sheetrock. So I'll throw this piece up. This is a material that is moisture resistant and mold resistant, so it's something good to use in a shower area like this. And then of course you want to put a waterproof membrane over it. So these are sold in 5x3 sheets, which is convenient because this bathtub is 5 feet wide. It's a cement board, so it's heavy. I'm going to put it over here on top of this lip. So I've got this in place here. My tile's going to run over and catch this lip of the tub. That way, if for some reason water was to penetrate through my tile and thin set and get back here, it would hit this board, run down, and then it would drain on the inside of this tub lip. That way no water has any chance of getting behind the tub. So I'm just going to put this in with some regular drywall screws. Get those nice and tight. You don't want screw heads popping out, so you want to crank your drill up to a higher speed. If a screw head is popping out when you go to put the tile on, it can give you some issues. Also, these dots are here to help you. This is a straight line, or it should be, so it can help you find your way down the stud. I think it's a good idea to still get a level and take this stud line straight down here. That way you always know exactly where the stud is, even after you put your board up. So I'm going to throw a couple of screws in here just to hold it up firmly. I'll do the rest of the job kind of off camera. I'll touch back in, but once I have this up, I'm going to put another piece up there. I'll do what's called a rip cut, which is just bringing it down the center to make sure that it measures across. You want to measure the left side and the right side. It's not guaranteed that that is, let's just say it should be square, but most things end up not being. And then I'll do the same thing on both sides, cut it to size, stick it up on the wall. Measure from here to the spout. You're going to need to cut 3 holes, 1 hole for the tub, 1 for your mixing valve, and then 1 for the shower. You want to cut them just big enough so that this fits through the board, so you'll cut those holes so the board will slide right over. These mixing valves do come with a little black piece of plastic that'll fit over the top, and that tells you how large you should cut that hole in your cement board. The reason that you want that hole to be about that big as opposed to these guys that you just want to barely fit in is it gives you a little extra room. You'll do the same with your tile. That way if you ever have to get back here and do any work, you can access it without destroying your tile job. And then of course you'll have a huge faceplate that covers that hole, so you don't have to worry about it. So I've decided, in the sake of using bigger, better toys, that I'm going to use my framing nailer with my air compressor to get this on. The reason I want to do that is these screws are kind of a pain once you get them almost all the way in. To sink the heads of the screws inside of this tough cement board is pretty difficult. So I don't want to have a bunch of screw heads popping out. So I know with this I can turn the pressure up. Right now I've got it on 100 psi. And that's going to throw the nail through it. Also, it's going to go a lot quicker. So faster, better result, and easier. So I'm going to go this way. If you haven't used an air compressor before, they're pretty easy. I guess if you have a framing nail, you know how to use it. So I'll just get started. These little dots kind of tell you where to go, so I'm just going to throw 3 in each board. They're 3 feet long, so I'm going to send one just about every foot. It's kind of loud, so You can see that I went ahead of time while I was off camera, and I made a line here just to show me where the board was coming. That way every one of them's dead center on a stud, and I don't have any mistakes. So let's finish this out. Actually, this is coming off the wall a little bit, so I'm going to put some shims back there. That way this wall board isn't bending too much. And I get a nice finished flush product there. Alright, that's it.